guys, I'm Rahul.
I'm Shikhar, and we have Peter with us today.
This is Peter.
Peter, just let them know your real name.
Well, my real Chinese name is Hui Junhao, and Hui is my family name, and Junhao is my last name. The reason why I choose to use Peter because it's very hard for other people to say Junhao in a correct way, so that's why I use Peter.
I mean, of course, people here can, I don't know, they mispronounce names, but yeah, I think it's a nice way for people to remember you.
So I think let's tell the people what slang you taught us. The slang that you taught us. I forgot the slang, bro. Okay, let's move on with it. Let's not discuss about the slangs.
Yeah.
So yeah, just introduce yourself.
Well, as I said before, you can call me Peter or Junhao as you like. I was graduated from Beijing Jiaotong University, which is located in Beijing, and my major is accounting and finance. So actually, I'm a accounting student in the past 4 years, and now it's the first time I entered to the finance area, so it's a big challenge for me. And that's it.
That's it. Good. I mean, so do you have a background of how many courses you took in your bachelor's back in?
Of course.
Yeah. So it was a 4-year course, right?
Yeah, it's a 4-year course, and I studied lots of course. In China, students always need to have a lot of text or course. But I really want to describe the structure of my course in the past 4 years because it is quite different. Well, in the first year, actually, we didn't learn lots of things related to our major. We also learned something such as math. Everyone need to learn it, right? And for English,
Come again, what? Math?
yeah.
Oh, math.
In China, every student need to learn math. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of people think Chinese people are good at math.
Got it.
And
So you have maths as a subject in all the semesters or just one?
we have 3 math class in the first year, and everyone need to learn it.
Got it.
And the other things such as English. So in the first year of my postgraduate degree, every people learn the same. But let's move on to the next year. Because my major is accounting, so the next year I have a very big course called accounting finance and management accounting.
Okay.
We divide accounting into 2 parts. One is financial accounting. They deal with the financial statement. The other one is management accounting. They deal with such as budget and everything else.
Yeah.
So we took lots of time to deal with these 2 kind of course, which makes me feel really hard. And that's it. Yeah.
So what was your coursework?
So-
what undergrad degree did you do?
So I did bachelor's in commerce honors from the
So
university.
both of us had the same course.
Yes. So we did BCom honors. I mean, that's what we call in India BCom honors or BCom.
Yeah.
I think that's also a little bit on the tangent of accounting, but not like the entire of it is not based on accounting. That's a mix of business administration, financial accounting, financial management, and stuff like
Cost
that.
accounting,
Cost
cost
accounting,
cost and management
everything. So yeah, management accounting, everything. So I mean, that was a mix of. I mean, that's why it's called commerce because it
related to
includes
trading.
Yeah, any management of commerce or anything related to commerce we actually studied in that course. So
I mean, the fact remains the same that whether you're doing your BCom either in China or India, you need to do a master's course.
correct.
You can't get a good job without a master's course.
Yeah.
Because
Makes sense.
I think it's just because accounting is not that good of a degree.
At this point, in the future as well. But why did you actually want to go for masters in finance? Why not an MBA or business
That
administration?
makes sense, that question.
Oh, it's very worth to say it. So the first thing I need to say why I want to go to United States to get this master degree is because the first thing in China is if you only get a post degree, it's very hard to find a good job. I think a lot of people are facing this problem. And the other thing is my parents really want me to explore the world. They don't just want me to stay in a single country. And that's why. And the reason why I choose the finance, quantitative finance, is probably because I think there is some relationship between accounting and finance. You know, lots of useful
course.
finance information are from the financial statement. And for me, the most attracting thing is quant, not just finance. If it is traditional finance, I won't choose it. I will still get an accounting degree. But because of this quant, I think it is a trend in the future. So I really want to get some knowledge about use the data analyze or something else to do it.
Yeah, so you want to figure out the quantitative side of finance. That's why you chose.
Yes, and in
Quantitative
my
finance.
opinion, I think after finish the 4-year course related to accounting, I think something is really, I think it's enough because you know in practice, lots of things are different from the textbook and the real life. Accounting need you to do a lot of things such as auditor or making a statement. They are very different between from textbook and real life.
Yeah,
And
makes
that's
sense.
why I transferred to finance because I want to create thinking about finance. Use this method to help me do more future work. I think this is most.
So out of the courses that we had in the first semester, so we had corporate finance, investment analysis, and financial math. Out of these 3 courses, what were the topics that you already covered in your bachelor's?
Well, this 3 course for corporate finance, I already finished all of the thing our professor taught in the past 4 years. I
Okay.
already finished, so it's very easy for me.
Yeah.
And for the financial
I think
math,
financial math,
Yeah.
it was very easy for you
Yeah,
because
it's-
Peter scored like full in every single.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah, he got full in midterms, he got full in the final exam.
Yes. So I'm really good at math.
crazy guy,
So
bro, crazy guy.
this 2 course is quite easy for me.
Yeah.
And we already covered. So it's just for me, it's like a review. And for investment analyze, well, actually, in the first half of the semester last year, we covered it before. But when we need to do some such as covariance analyze, it's new for me. So that's why my investment analysis is not good at the other course. Yeah, but this semester I think it's quite challenging for me. All the things is new and including data, so I need
Right.
to work hard.
So I mean, for background, this semester you're learning Python, data analytics and finance with Python, and you're doing fintech as a course. You're doing
Which fintech has SQL, Python, and what else does it have? Does it have blockchains?
Yeah.
it has
Cryptocurrency.
like
So it has
cryptocurrencies.
cryptocurrency
So
as well.
it has DeFi, everything. I mean, I'm not sure if you've started with all that, but
Yeah, but I think they might have blockchain as one of their topics.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
I mean. So I mean, right. So apart from that, you have empirical methods in finance, and what else? Derivatives and risk analytics. So more or less, is actually very hell bent on quantitative analytics and quantitative finance.
Yeah.
So how do you see yourself mold yourself from accounting to a more quantitative? So what efforts do you take, or do you do any external coaching or any external courses?
Bro, before you answer this, so I have talked to a few people, and I talked to them about if I should be if I'm able to become a quantitative analyst out of this course. So what they told me is that they told me you should either have a degree in finance, in maths, or in engineering. So since you're from maths background, I mean you had maths, 3 courses on math,
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
in the last degree. So how is it helping you in the coding part? That is also what I wanted to know.
In the coding part.
Yeah.
Well, actually, for coding part, it is my weakness. I didn't have too much course related to coding. For Python, I never used it before. In the first year of my postgraduate period, we have a course use coding, but we use C. We use C. This language, I think, is not very popular as of Python. And yeah, as you say, it's a very hard translation from accounting
Yeah.
to quantitative finance. Although I already finished 3 courses related to math, but I won't say I have a math background. There are just some, I think it's basic calculation
Got it.
for me.
Okay, so it's not very
Very
in-depth.
Very in depth. So the reason why I really want to do quant, you can see I don't have any quant background in the past year, but I still choose the fintechs, not other thing.
Yeah.
Because we have experience to use the MATLAB. It's a kind of coding in the last semester. And during that process, I think coding is not really boring for me. And I really want to do some coding.
The MATLAB was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
MATLAB was just like talking to a friend.
Yeah.
Import this.
Everything.
Yeah,
I think
the language is quite straightforward.
Yeah, it's very straight.
It makes sense.
I remember I did my math project with Peter, and we actually, the entire brainstorming session, trying to figure out what we want to do and how to get to the MATLAB coding part. That was actually very interesting, and how we brainstormed and divided our parts, right? And what we did in Excel.
Yeah.
You remember that? So that was very interesting.
It's very interesting. That experience really helped me to make the decision to spend more time on quant.
Good.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's very important.
Yeah, I mean, now a completely different tangent on the question. So how do you?
Are you talking about the courses?
The courses?
Courses about it.
Yeah.
I want to come to that.
Yeah. So, which courses do you think at this point of time are worth doing in China?
Yeah.
It's a hard question.
Okay, so
can you repeat the question again?
Yes. So, which courses do you think at this point of time which courses are worth doing in China? Do you think your course, the one that you did, was worth doing?
Yeah, so we'll give you an example. If you go to India, you can do a bachelor's in economics, and it's a very good course.
Yeah.
You can land in very, very good companies if you do that course. So, what courses are similar to in China?
Well,
I mean, if a student is wanting to go to China, which course should he opt for?
if they, I think at this point, if in the finance area, in my hometown, university will provide some course. Really, they will spend lots of time to improve your mathematics skill.
Okay.
Which means you will need a lot of course related to math. No matter traditional math or financial math, you have to finish a lot of math. And in China, the master degree always need 3 years to get it.
Okay.
So the first year you need to learn a lot of basic course, math, English, or something else. And the second year they will teach you a lot of data analysis tools.
Okay.
Such as Python or R. And their professor will use the knowledge you get from the first year to let you use such as coding language to deal with. And the name, of course, I think probably like investment, because in Chinese, the name is very simple, just investment, and they will add some other word in quant.
Okay.
That is.
So, would you suggest someone who wants to go to China from India to do a bachelor's course? Either it's accounting and finance, the degree that you took, or the degree that you talked about. Do you think it's worth to go to China and do some bachelor's course? Because what I suggest is, if I meet another Chinese guy who is still in high school, I wouldn't suggest him to go to India and take those courses, because bachelor's, I don't think it's...
No, I don't even think, it's a personal opinion though, I mean, might be controversial, but I feel that bachelor should be done, I mean, wherever you are, if you're in India.
That's not what I mean. I think it should be either done in India or in the US.
No, you mean that the bachelor should be done in the US?
Yeah, I think that's a very good option, because I've seen a lot of people on LinkedIn who have got a co-op.
I think co-op and internships is very subjective depending on the market. Doesn't matter if you've come for the undergrad or masters. But I genuinely feel, I mean, this is coming from a very personal experience, that you should do your undergrad from, like, if I was talking about India, I would do it from India, my undergrad, because of the sheer amount of time, money, and resources that you'll spend for the 4 years, right? And the value that you'll be getting from it. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going for a master's after doing your undergrad in the US, I think that you have wasted a lot of resources that might have been used in like a different, potentially more fruitful opportunity for you.
So since you talked about the resources, what would you suggest if I'm in Ahmedabad? Should I go to Delhi and pursue a course there, or should I stay in Ahmedabad and do a course there and then go to...
That's a completely different question. Depends on the college that you've got to. If you're doing commerce and if you got through like something like Delhi University. I mean, I did my bachelor's from Delhi University. So I would definitely suggest you to go for Delhi University, because
So you mean inside India?
inside India, I mean,
go to
whatever.
some place.
Yeah, exactly. You should really work hard to get the best college that you can get. I mean, a lot of the colleges now have gone the entrance is now on uniform test basis. I mean, it's not on merit. I mean, what you get in 12th. So that's actually a very good thing. I feel for the prospective students who are actually looking for undergrad degrees from India.
Makes sense.
And so, I mean, coming back to the point, yeah.
Well, my recommendation is if someone really want to go China and they decide to get a master degree or a PhD or work in China in the future, I strongly recommend them to finish their undergraduate degree in China. You know why?
Okay.
The main reason is the language, because I know in India lots of people can speak English, and this makes you have lots of advantage when you travel to America or Britain. You can use English, everybody can know. But in China, most of people just speak Chinese, and because of this reason, if you guys only can speak English, when you come to China, you will find not everyone use English. So it's very hard for you to get a degree in this period. So you need to spend more time to learn Chinese first.
Got it.
Although my English is not very good in the United States,
Okay.
but I can sure that my English level is better than most of my friends.
Nobody that I can bet on. You have a really
Yeah.
good. You speak very good
so
English.
really well.
the situation is quite different. And like Shakar said, you need, because the undergraduate period have 4 years, you need to put lots of, for example, money or some resource into it.
Correct.
So some people can't afford it.
Yeah.
So
Makes
that's
sense.
why Shakar recommend to
Move inside the
move inside in the country.
Yeah.
But if you really want to go China, I strongly recommend you to spend more time in this country, because there are lots of culture difference,
Absolutely.
language barrier, and something else. So it's really hard to get always. I think Chinese is more more difficult than English.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Bro, really off topic. I just feel we should have had some Indian snacks on the table right now.
Yeah, we could
For
do a
people.
review.
For
I think, I think that should be another separate video.
Yeah. Chinese trying
Chinese trying Indian food. That'll blow up.
we should do. So I have some more questions on the undergrad degree. So in India, Shikhar will talk about his course. I will talk about my course. So in my course, it was compulsory to do an internship after the second year. My course was 3 years long.
Oh, 3 years.
And so you just need one internship or a project, and then you can graduate like in the third year. So, and what about you?
No,
How was your course
so
structure?
in my course, it wasn't a mandate to do an internship.
Okay.
But, and I say the but in capital letters,
Yeah.
I did an internship at a very, very great consulting firm.
Yeah.
One of the best in the country.
PwC.
No, so that's not my internship. That's my full-time role. I did my internship from Accenture Strategy.
Accenture, yeah.
So Accenture Strategy was actually a consulting role, a full-on management consulting role, and that really boosted my Excel skills, my confidence while dealing with stakeholders. That was just a 2-month-long internship that actually changed my entire
After the
trajectory.
second year or the third year?
So I did that at the beginning of my third year,
Beginning of your third
at the end of my second year.
Acha, okay.
So this was I think in June 2019, and by August 2019 I had got my job with KPMG. So the 2 months actually shaped me and actually prepared me so well,
For KPMG.
and they actually distinguished me from the talent pool because I had such a big name in my resume. So I feel that internships are the way to go. If you're in an undergrad degree, you should go for as many internships as you can, because that gives you a lot of practical experience and the confidence of dealing with real life situations. Because when you're out of school, when you're doing your university, I feel you haven't had that exposure of dealing with real life situations. So I strongly suggest people go to do internships, as many internships as you can. What about you?
What about you? Yeah.
Well, in my in our university, we don't. We actually, our teacher actually asked us to finish an internship, but it is a course need to take individually, and I spent my second year summer vacation to get this internship. but the whole process need students to do by themselves. Yeah. And I totally agree with Shakar's opinion. Internship is really important, and I got lots of internship experience. Every summer vacation, I would get an internship. Sometimes I can easily get an internship by myself, just because my university is quite good in my hometown. So they love people who likes me. So I can get an internship in an accounting firm to do an auditor. And I also, because I'm quite a big fan of data, so I also apply some job in an international, in an internet company, and I also get a job. But I think most of my peers didn't think internship is the most important thing in their life. Because they will say, I'm still a student, I have lots of things to do. The summer vacation is just a vacation. I want to play video games, so they didn't focus on the internship. And that's why lots of people can't find a job after graduating. So avoid this thing happen.
Absolutely.
I push myself to get more internship.
Agreed, completely agree.
Yeah, and I learned lots of things from it. Because it's very different between you working in a company compared you in a university. You need to learn something. You need to learn something which you can learn from the book. You see? So I strongly recommend people to spend their free time to get internship.
I agree.
So now that we've touched upon the coursework and the internship part, let's go to the extra co-curricular activities. So just tell them about what we have in India, like the clubs. So Delhi University is very famous for the student clubs. So I think
Student
he's the
clubs.
So he's the better one to tell you about them, and then you can talk about yours.
Yeah, so I was a part of a couple of student clubs. I mean, I led a couple of student clubs right from my school till my college.
Enactus, something like that.
No, so yeah, Enactus is actually a very big deal. And I wasn't part of it. I prioritized in Commerce Association and the placement cell. The placement cell actually got in recruiters. We actually directly dealt with recruiters, and we actually placed students from our college. So I presided over that. I was the chief secretary for my final year. So I actually helped. Not me, the entire team. We helped place around 200 students, 150 plus students. In various companies. So I got myself placed, if you can say that. So I got myself placed. I got KPMG.
Selfish guy.
So but coming to the point, I feel that extracurriculars is very, very important for your profile, for your inherent skills. And right now, the way I'm talking, it's all shaped because I've I've experienced those things to be able to talk.
The polish.
The polish, the experience with dealing with people, teamwork. And I'm sure Peter will back me up with teamwork. I hope I was a good teammate.
Very excellent teamwork I ever had. Very, very good.
I feel extracurriculars is extremely important, and Delhi University has a huge potential of academic-based clubs and
even the non-academic.
So and you have sports, huge sport teams.
Peter is excited to talk about
yes,
sports.
We'll come to that.
We'll come to it.
Sports, music. Music is a big scene.
Music is very important, bro, for Indians.
For India. I see.
Exactly.
So we had clubs like music, and then we had dance, we have cultural, what he talked about, the placement cell. What clubs did you have? And were there any important for the job recruiters?
I really want to talk about this topic. I think in our university, the type of club is quite similar like Shakar. We have music, sports, or some other club such as food. And they introduce different
food club.
Food club. You taste food.
Are you supposed to?
This club is very special because I'm one of this club member before. This club usually hold a party once a month. It's right, once a month. And each time they will introduce student different food culture.
It's a party club.
It's like a party club.
Lunch.
Pot lunch.
And they have a free food.
Yeah.
So that's why our member need to pay for the food. So that's why we hold a party once a month. You know.
Reminds me of my apartment here. I pay for the rent and they pay for the parties that they host.
But think back for the school club. I think in my hometown, in our university, they didn't very important in our student daily life. The main reason is because students in China have lots of work and tasks to do, so they can't put too much effort on it.
Okay,
Although we have such as a show several times per month, but not so many people come here to see it.
Okay.
So that's why I feel a bit pity about it.
why don't the students have time? Are they too caught up in the courses?
Yeah, they have lots of courses to take.
Yeah.
So how is the class schedule? How do you have the courses in a day or in the week?
Well, for the time of class, it's quite similar like in United States. We normally have probably 8 courses per week.
8 courses per week. And that is how many hours?
Hours.
One course is 3 hours.
One course is 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
So
16 hours.
actually, we still have lots of free time. But because of the tax.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're doing 8 courses, you might have a lot of homework.
Yeah,
That makes sense,
we need to spend more time in the library. So when someone said, show the information, we have a show tonight, but if you come to the stage, you will see just a few people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is one of the best things.
Okay.
And for the sports club, they hold some sports game, for example, basketball, soccer, and some sports event.
Okay.
But actually, we are not very crazy about the sports event.
Okay.
We didn't pay too much attention about it. And the most popular one, I think, is basketball, because in China, basketball is the one of the most popular sports, and lots of people will gather together and see the game, and it's more accessible.
I think that's your favorite sport.
Yeah.
What's your favorite team?
Yeah.
Rahul is a big basketball fan.
I just like Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. Oh, my big
Curry is
fan.
very good.
My hero is Russell Westbrook. Although now he's not an MVP, but I still a big fan of him.
Yeah, sweet.
So
Giannis
after
also. Giannis is good. Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah.
I also like him. I also like him. So after Shakar introduced his university club, I feel a bit sad about myself. I really hope my university.
Cry sometime when you go
Yeah,
back.
I really hope my.
That's enough.
Yeah, so that's why, you know, I think this is one of the reasons why lots of Chinese people come to the United States. They can't get on with other international students.
Yeah.
The only thing they can do is put themselves in the library and keep studying. I think it's not work.
Now that we've talked to him about so much about China, I think we have a lot more to talk about. How long is the video?
I think it's 28 minutes.
We'll make a separate one then.
Yeah, I
right
think
now only. So you can just pause
we
it.
can just pause it and then we'll make a separate one.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you for being in the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
I appreciate it.
We'll make a part 2 of this coming soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.